right? So anytime a support level or resistance level is broken, there's always a retest. I call them pullbacks, right? This pullback is to catch liquidity to continue pushing down, right? If the pullback don't happen, you'll be, oh, come on. The market doesn't just go straight up down or straight up up, right? If it's an uptrend, there is always a reversal. There's always reversal to catch liquidity to keep going, to catch liquidity to keep going, all right? So if your lowest point or for instance, a support you're looking at, a support level is broken, just like we have here. Wait for a pullback, right? Wait for a pullback. Now, let's assume, yeah. Okay, then this breaker happened. This is your confirmation here that this sell is valid, right? But your double confirmation is at this pullback, right? So this pullback happened, you entered for a 5-minute sell, boom, profit made, right? Now, most times I expect this kind of pullback as well. Even this one, yeah. This one here, this particular one here is like the most, I won't say the most valid, but it doesn't happen immediately. So I always look out for this most of the time on the 1 minute time frame, right? Um, if you observe anytime I analyze the OTCs, I always mark out a pink zone. Once I see this, I mark it out with pink, right? Knowing that this is like the highest point, the highest pullback the market can do. If it breaks it, then there's nothing is happening, right? So with this, I don't want to call out trades tonight, but let's just observe the market, right? Let's just observe the market. Now, this guy is already ready for, this guy is ready to, he's already making the move, all right? He's already making the move, all right? He's already making the move. So, and that's good. That's good. Okay. So now, remember, you waited for the pullback. It happened. The second pullback played out. In this case, yeah, you'll be so patient. That's why you need to wait for, if a second pullback happens, or whatever pullback that happens here, and the candle is a bit confusing, yeah, you need what's it called? A confirmation, right? If you don't want to go in aggressively, right? Aggressively is just like the trade we took this morning on Euro GPP, or I think Euro CHF. Immediately got to the entry, yeah, to our entry points, we took a buy because we know, based on the law of break and retest, that it will go our way, basically, right? So why sometimes here you want to become a conservative trader. So in this case, I might want to wait for this particular candle to close before I enter, right? And what happened? It closed well enough. And what am I saying here? This is a bearish engulfing candle, signaling that, okay, this guy is going to drop well. Remember, I told you, if you see something like this on the 1 minute time frame, going for 3 minutes. Now we are seeing it on the 5 minutes time frame. You can see the sell, 3 minutes. Sorry, 15 minutes. 3 candles deep. You're good. If you see this on a 1 minute time frame, mostly I see it on the 1 minute time frame, 3 candles deep. On the 5 minutes time frame, 3 candles deep. On the 15 minutes time frame, 3 candles deep. That's why even if you're trading your FRX, it gives you an idea where your tip is going to be. At least if you set, like, let's say 1:3 RR, you can tell that this guy is going to hit your, what's it called, your TP before hitting your SL. Okay, and your SL basically will be above this zone. All right, so that's it about it. That's it about it. So even though we decided to go in for 5 minutes, after this candle, a clear sell. Now, you started seeing the market. The market marked a new low, which is this particular point, and kept on ranging without making any valid decision. Now, I want to draw so many circles here, but just come on. Um, so looking at this here, you can see how the market was ranging between this box. I mean, let's go down to a minute time frame so to make sense. You can see how the market was ranging within this box majorly most of the time, right? So there is always a collection of data for a distribution to happen, right? For every trend, there's always consolidation before a price breaks out and continue moving. So that's what's actually happening here. And like I explained, sellers and buyers are actually in a tug of war. Is this going to push down? Is it going to reverse? That's what's actually happening here, right? And in the sense, since it's a downtrend, a pullback needs to happen anyway for the market to keep selling, right? So if you decide to trade the range, right, yours is to spot the highest points that the market respects most. And if you get to pick that, that will be, you might want to adjust this a little bit lower, right? So you can see the market sells at this point and buys at this point. What are you going to do? Once the market get here, you sell. When it gets here, you buy. So you can keep doing that until this one is broken. Now, how can you tell that this area has been broken? Let me take it back to where it was. First off, right? This market, this particular candle didn't close above this area, right? Now, I will use this point as a reference. I'll be like, okay, since the market could get to this area and still close within this box, there's a probability that this guy can still come here and close within this box. All right. But the confirmation I needed was this particular opening here. You can see this is a doji. This is more like I don't know what to call it, but this is an indecisive candle, which signals a continuation of a trend or a trend reversal. In this case, it's a continuation of a trend. So there's nothing like 15 seconds time frame. If not, I would have actually shown us a clear breakout and a retest happening. But with this, you can see that, yeah, market broke out, retested, right? Bought back and closed above. So if I'm to enter this trade for a buy, I might enter at the close of this incisive candle, which is highly risky, or I wait at the close of this particular candle. I'm going for 5 minutes, right? So now, seeing this as well, our same rule, yeah, this is a bullish engulfing candle as well. Remember, we've gotten our confirmation. A pullback has already happened, and this candle closed way above our price trap, all right? So if I decide to go in for 5 minutes, I already know that this is my target point, yeah, and I know the market will want to push above this resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cleared, good profits. Now I've taken, this is what we call a counter trend trade, right? I don't, wait, are we following? Are we following? So this is called to call a counter trend trade, yeah? Your main idea is a sell, right? You're looking for sell opportunities, but you're smart enough to be able to look for a buy opportunity in the pullback areas to take advantage, right? You're smart enough to do that. Now, what happened? The market came to this area and you thought that, okay, I think this trend is now fully reversed. I'm no longer expecting a sell, but roll up, roll up, roll up. Based on the knowledge you have about the market, you can tell that there was a time the market got up to this area and sold back, like, this reference area. So you need to put this reference in check as well. And your plan will be, if the market breaks this area, I wouldn't be interested. Mine basically would be, if the market breaks the highest point here, I won't be interested. Now looking at it, let me see if I can get everything in under the 1 minute time frame. Okay. So personally here, looking at this market here, I might neglect it because okay, this highest point has been taken out. That means this guy might no longer be valid. But what did the market do? It slammed back, giving me an indecisive candle, right? So this alone, this candle that appeared here is an indication that, okay, one or two things are about to happen here. Is either the buyers break out and keep buying, or the sellers take over. So what I'll be watching next is, if I can see a full close above this area, then I'll discard this idea, or I will discard the buy idea I have on this particular pair at the time. So what did the market do? It came very close to the area, yeah, and gave me a bullish engulfing sell. A bearish engulfing candle. Remember, this is my idea for a sell, right? I decided to jump in for 3 minutes or 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Smack, right? Smack. So let's even get down to 5 minutes and see how, because not everybody will actually want to come down to a minute time frame for taking their trades. But I do that, right, to get my final confirmation. Okay. Now, with this in mind, you already know that this area is your next target point, right? This area is your next target point. You took your 5 minutes trade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it got there. You can say you're done, or you might want to look out for the same thing that happened before, just like this, right? Since the market could come here to buy, there's a probability of it doing the same thing again. All right. So, but let's see what happened on the 5 minutes time frame. So on the 5 minutes time frame, we got a clear, this is not a bullish engulfing candle, right? But this is a confirmation, a sell confirmation candle. That's okay, for sure. This guy is gonna smack down, right? So assuming you waited for this doji, this is like let's say dragonfly, let's say dragonfly. I've forgotten the name. But you waited for the close of this particular candle. You have your full confirmation here to go in for a sell. Because first off, look at the wick above here. The wick above is actually bigger than the one below, right? Telling you that the buyers were able to push, but the sellers, just look at the body now. The body tells you everything, right? The body of the candle tells you everything. The one flowing it, it's telling you that the pressure is so high for the buyers that they couldn't actually push. The body for the buyers is actually smaller than that of the sellers. So these are just the things you get to look out for, right? So at the end of this candle, remember, you're good. You go in for 5 minutes. Boom. You hit your target zone, right? If you're also skeptical and you're like, okay, I just want to stick to my, what's it called? I want to stick to my idea, right? I'm only interested in taking sell ideas, right? Because that's what the trend is telling me. The trend is a downtrend and I should be looking for sell opportunities. You wait for the pullback. Of course, you might expect the pullback to get to this zone, right? That's one thing. Yeah. That is not, when it comes to trend, yeah, you don't always get the perfect key level, right? You can have this, 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 right? You can see this low is not the same as this high. This low is not the same price as this high. So trends like this occur as well. But when you see something like these are like perfect key levels, right? The former low is the new high. The former low is same as the new high, right? So most times that's why sometimes we expect this to happen, but it doesn't. Market can react very close to that former low and keep selling. And that's probably what's happening here, right? That's probably what's happening here. So with this, I think this candle here is enough confirmation to go in for a good 15-minute sell back into the zone. And you know that the next time the market gets here, yeah, it's gonna break this point for sure. All right. So that's how it is when, right. So that's how it is when uh, trading. This is Zonda, right? This is break and retest. This is break and retest. It's just about breaking it down well, yeah, to understand every single move, right? To understand every single move. If you watch everything you're doing, it's still hinged on a zone was broken and a retest is happening. A zone was broken and a retest is happening, and you are trading off that retest. So that's basically what it is. So questions. Questions, or areas you didn't really grasp. First, it's not a matter of should even, right? It's a matter of would. Like, yeah, because if you say should, you're like you're expecting it to do that. Yeah. Now, it's a matter of would. Of course, like I would say, of course, it doesn't always play out like that. Yeah, but most of the time, right? Most of the time, once I see, okay, once I see that confirmation, bullish or bearish, however the case is, in close to a key level, right? I would like to give it 3 candles deep expiration time. 3 candles deep expiration time. Why? Because I want to give enough room for the market to do what it gotta do, right? So even if a reverse is bound to happen, it wouldn't get to my entry, right? So that's what it is. Okay. The 3 candles deep methodology is just to give allowance for the trade to run. Okay. Give allowance for the trade to run. Yeah, so it's not must. It's not must. No, yeah, it's not must. It's not a must actually. It's not a must, right? So like this particular one you're looking at here, right? So if like this particular one, 3 candles deep, watch it. Right. So we have in the third candle, at the end of the third candle, yeah, will tell us if if it's valid enough, right? If it's valid enough. So that's what it is. So it's not a must, basically. If you sit on the 5 minutes time frame, you can actually just take a 5 minute sell, right? Most times, yeah, the candle flow in it would probably sell well. So that's it about it. And so exactly, exactly. So if you're looking for a buy opportunity and your last high is taken out, that's confirmation one. That's okay. This trend is still active. Yeah. Then you wait for a pullback. Unless you want to take like a long amount of see, if we are options traders, that's why. Yeah. We're options traders, that's why. Even traditional traders, yeah, need that confirmation to be sure that okay, this guy is buying. Because they don't want a situation where there's what we call fake outs, right? Fake outs will happen. You might see that move, you think, oh damn, yeah, let me jump in. You do kill a pass, set your SL, or take your 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes straight, and the market slams back, like slams real back. And you're like, damn, but I thought this guy actually broken the last high. Then okay, this guy has taken out the last high. It should be no fake outs will happen. Yeah, that's why you wait for the retest, right? The retest is like it's okay, right? So that's the thing. I do wait for the retest because I need it, right? So that's it about it. And mind you, the best trade to take are trades off your key levels, right? That's why there was a trade I wanted to call out for us this morning, yeah. But it was just in between, right? The key level is around here and the target point is around here. And the price and the trade was like within this area. I wouldn't want to risk it, yeah. I would love taking my trade off the key level, like when I know, okay, this is my key level, right? Smack. This is my key level, smack. Anything in between, nah, nah. Most of the times I don't. If I try them, yeah, the ones I get to pray. God, please remember what I did. Remember what your word said. Remember that. Remember that. You ought to pray for trade. That's you know. So that's it about it. Anyways, we have roughly 8 minutes on the call, and I believe you got something, right? I believe you got something, right? I believe you got something. So I believe you got something. So that's the thing about it. Yeah. Another thing, yeah, if once stay at the market, you don't see anything, just leave it. Yeah, there's no need for saying, Jesus Christ, God, this guy, yeah, Jesus. There's no need for saying ideas, right? Like this morning, yeah, I looked most of the page are so confusing. I was not seeing anything, right? So if you look and you don't see anything, it's okay to bow out. And when they say the best setups don't hide themselves. They don't take more than 3 or 5 minutes to see the best setups. If you have to force yourself to see a setup, then that setup is not there. It's your brain showing you something. And I bet you, if you take that trade and you miss out, yeah, At the point, be like, why did I even take this trade? Come on, this is a clear sell. And I took a buy. What am I even seeing? Like, what the heck is wrong with me? Right, that's what it is. So this is a 5 minutes. This is a very good Rasper break. This is actually a good point for a retest. Yeah, fine. So long this area is not taken out, right? So long this area is not taken out, this is a very good point for a sell. A 5 minute sell, right? This is pure Zonda, okay? And what is happening here is also under pure Zonda, yeah. This is a resistance, right? Those two candles anyway. It broke, retested, came back, retested, came back again, retested. So long this area is not taken out here, there's hope for this market to pull back to this zone to keep on selling, all right? So that's it about it. Then another key area would be, so if the market managed to drop to this area, which I believe over time it would, this would be a good point for a buy, right? Market managed to drop to this point, it's going to be a good point for a buy. So I think I'll drop the before we get off here, just to look at it, yeah, 1.09615. Just to look at it, have it, and you know, you can set it in your pending 6.5, right? Then this area, 1.55555, right? So these are the areas you're looking at, right? So if so we have like two ideas here. If you respect here, which I believe it would, right? It would. I'm seeing multiple things here. So this is us destroying, right? So now this is what we call the benefit of doubt. If it doesn't get to this point, if it doesn't get here, it's gonna respect this one, right? And if you respect this one, so let's have it as well. 1.09772. Let's watch it, right? Right. So if this guy is respected, boom, good, right? Is so got it. Isn't it so clear, right? Respect, support, broke, boom, resistance, support, broke, resistance, yeah. Of course, that would be a loss. That would be a loss. But all these are based on the rule. I would love you to observe it yourself, right? Even though you don't want to take the trade, fine, but observe it. Rule of like this is so clear and sweet. Yeah. Even if it's gonna break, right? It's gonna sell for at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Break off, respect this guy, then smack down into this lower zone. Respect. How many minutes here? It hasn't come down to this point. That's how I do my break and retest or Zonda strategies. Yeah. I make sure there's no former like once it breaks, I'm sure there's nothing close to that area. Those are like the best trades I take. I set them on my pending orders and forget about them. Right? I forget about them. So I think these are what it is. By tomorrow, yeah, we're gonna see how they react. All right. Remember, we are seeing all of this on it even makes sense even on the 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes time frame. And the 15 minutes time frame, I might wanna see here. Let's focus on 5 minutes time frame. We saw it. And because one thing about all of this stuff here, any time frame you're looking at, I mean, so if you're focused on a particular time frame, focus on it so that you know that however it played out, you make reference from that time frame you got it from. So that's it, family. Our time is almost up. So we go again tomorrow and we go again tomorrow. All the best, family. Can only get better. Right.